Is Paldea Evolved still the most underrated set from the Scarlet and Violet era? Let's discuss it in today's video. Welcome back, guys. We're going to be doing another TCG player finance video and take a look at the top 10 most expensive cards currently in Paldea Evolved, the second set from the Scarlet and Violet era, the one right after the original Scarlet and Violet block. But this card has phenomenal artworks. It has great cards, powerful cards in the Pokemon TCG game. And with that, we have 10 cards that have a lot of value, are holding a lot of value, and most of them are actually on the up. So let's discuss it in today's video, and let's take a look at the bottom card on the 10 spot, which is Squawkabilly EX, the special illustration rare, 264 out of 193. Love the artwork on this card. I love the colors on this card as well, and I like the fact that it's been going up like crazy in the last 3 months. It's actually going up by 58.08% over the last 3 months, and it is currently sitting at $14.18. If you look at these sales data from the 2nd of October to the 4th, there were 21 of these sold on TCG Player. So a lot of sales volume on this card, so the demand is very strong. Next up, we have Boss's Orders, 265 out of 193. Great artwork on this. I love the kind of pastel colors on this. I like the shading on this card. The artwork to me is incredible, and it is actually up 14.15% over the last 3 months. It's sitting at $14.84. And if you look at that sales volume here, from the 2nd of October to 4th of October, you have 18 of them sold on TCG Player, and those prices range from $12.95 to about $20 in price. Next up, we have Tinkaton EX, 262 out of 193. Another special illustration rare. Are we surprised? It feels like that's the cards we're going to be seeing going up the most, are these special illustration rares. However, this card actually isn't going up, so I might have misspoke. It's actually down 9.85% over the last 3 months, sitting at $15.19 for its near mint haul foil market price, and the sales data is not very strong over the last 2 days. The 4th to the 6th, there's actually 0 items sold, but if you look at the previous 2 days, from the 1st of October to the 3rd, there were 13 of them sold for an average of $15.19, and those prices range from about $13.69 to $17.80. Next up on the list, we have Skeledirge EX, beautiful card. Love the artwork. I like that it's more of a scene than anything else. It's not just like a Pokemon with a few things around it. You're getting a beautiful scene here of the Pokemon trainer and the Pokemon in a nice little marketplace here on the street. I love that. I like the fact that you even got a car in the foreground as well. Now, this card is currently sitting at $16.97. For its near mint haul foil market price, is up 13.51% over the last 3 months. If you look at the sales data here, we can see from the 2nd of October to the 4th, there were 14 of them sold for an average of $16.97, and those prices range from about $13.69 to $23.47. Next up, we have Chin-Pao EX, 261 out of 193. Now, this card's actually down 17.95% over the last 3 months. It's currently sitting at $20.53. And if you look at these sales data here, if you look at the sales data from the 2nd of October to the 4th, there were 8 of them sold for an average of $20.53. Next up on the list, we have Chiyu EX. I love the artwork on this card. I love the colors. I love the sun kind of shining through the top of the water there. Beautiful card. It is actually down, though, 21.33% over the last 3 months, and its near mint haul foil market price right now is $21.61. And if you look at the sales data, it's actually pretty strong. 12 of them sold for an average of $21.61, and this was from October 2nd to October 4th. Next up, one of my favorite Pokemon, Raichu, 211 out of 193, another special illustration rare. I love this card, and I love the artwork on it as well. Though it is down, but I'm going to switch the printing up to near mint so you guys can see. It's actually down 18.35% over the last 3 months, currently sitting at $34.57. And if you look at the sales data, the 1st of October to the 3rd, there were 7 of them sold. But then if you go to the next 2 days, there was none sold, 0 items sold. So it's definitely slowing down. The demand for this card is slowing down as well. And I imagine this card will go down even further over the next few days unless we see a massive buyout on this, which I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Next up is the Godzilla version of Tyranitar. Love the artwork on this one. I love the low down angle on it. Very just like powerful looking, heroic. I just love the sun on his back as well. Beautiful Pokemon, beautiful card. Now let's switch it over though to the near mint to see what the real price is here. Wow, look at that spike over the last few days. It is actually up 22.80% over the last 3 months. It's currently sitting at $40.94. If you look at the sales data here, there was 0 of them sold though from the 4th to the 6th of October. But if you go back a few days from the 1st to October 3rd, there were 48 of them sold. So very strong demand. That's almost a bit of a buyout right there from the 1st of October to the 3rd. That is wild. 48 sold in 2 days. Kind of shocking, to be honest. Next up, we have Iono. This card used to be so expensive. It was over $100 when the set was released. And I think the value that was in Iono kind of got distributed amongst a lot of other cards because people start realizing how good the set was. But I love just the artwork. I love the fact you're getting Eevee and Pikachu in as well, which are 2 of the most popular Pokemon in the TCG and just Pokemon in general for the IP. Now it is down though 18.65% over the last 3 months, currently sitting at $57.43 for its near mint hollow foil market price. But if you look at the sales data from the 2nd to the 4th of October, there was only 3 of them sold, so it's really starting to slow down for its sales volume here. Kind of crazy. It used to be the most expensive card on for the entire set. If you look at the 1 year trend, you can see it's just been kind of going down on a bit of a bumpy ski slope here. So kind of upsetting if you're someone who has multiple copies of this card. But you know what? It's got to make room for the number 1 card, and that is going to be, and you know what it is if you know this set, it is Magikarp, 203 out of 193. Beautiful illustration rare here. Love the artwork on this. I get strong Giratina vibes on it. I don't know if it's because of the black theme in the card, but love the artwork in general. Just a great Pokemon, and it goes, it evolves into one of my favorites, which is Gyarados. Now, it is currently down though, 13.55% over the last 3 months. It's currently sitting at $110.14 for its near mint hollow foil market price. And if you look at the last few days from the 2nd of October to the 4th, there were 5 of them sold for an average of $110.14, and they range from about $102.50 to $155. So, what are we learning here? Well, we're learning that from this particular set, Paldea evolved, a lot of the volume, the set in general is really, really hot. We are still seeing a lot of sales data for these singles, but a lot of that value that was kind of really top heavy for the set, which is on Iono and Magikarp, is kind of getting distributed amongst other cards. They're just seeing higher buyouts and more purchases and more sales on TCG Player. And I imagine that's going to be the case for a while. I still think that the top 3 cards are going to remain the same well into the future. 3 years from now, I still think the top 3 cards in the set are probably going to be the Magikarp, the Iono, and the Tyranitar. But nonetheless, just interesting data to look at here. And I want to know your thoughts about this down below in the comment section. Let me know what your favorite card from Paldea Evolved is as well. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.